Welcome to the deep dive. Today, we're getting into the Mougère de Laussel.
Ah, yes, the woman with the horn. A really significant piece.
Absolutely. It's a limestone relief, carving from France, dated around 25,000 years ago.
Gravettian period.
Yeah.
Right. And what makes it stand out is that it's monumental art, not like the small, portable Venus figures we often see.
Exactly. So our mission today is really to unpack what this artwork tells us about the people back then, their art, their techniques, maybe even their beliefs.
And right away, the scale itself tells you something. This wasn't just casual decoration. It feels intentional, important.
It was found back in 1911
It is.
by Dr. Lalande in the Dordogne region.
At the Granabrigo rock shelter, yes.
Mhm.
And Laussel wasn't just any shelter. Evidence points to it being a major Gravettian hub.
Maybe even some kind of open-air sanctuary, you think?
It's a strong possibility, especially because she wasn't alone there,
Right, there was that whole group of sculptures. The hunter.
which is notable, finding a clear male figure, and the woman with a grid head, the opposite figures.
It suggests a deliberate composition, maybe, like telling a story or setting a ritual scene.
Precisely. And the archaeology backs up its importance. Lots of stone tools, Gravettian and Salutrian, plus animal bones like horse and reindeer. People used the spot for a long time.
Okay, let's get into the piece itself. The technique, it's bas-relief, right? Carved from a big block of limestone.
Yes, local limestone, and it's about, 45, 50 centimeters high? Pretty substantial.
Imagine carving that with stone tools. They think flint burins, maybe? Pecking and scraping away?
It would have taken considerable skill and effort. And the figure itself, classic Venus features. Prominent breasts, abdomen, hips. But her arms and hands are more defined than many others.
Yeah, one hand's on her belly, kind of emphasizing that fertility aspect, maybe.
Seems likely. The other hand holds that bison horn. And that's key.
The horn with the 13 lines. We need to talk about those.
Yeah.
And there were traces of red ochre paint, too.
Yes, confirmed by analysis, especially on the body. Red ochre is strongly linked to life, blood, regeneration, and Paleolithic art.
So the whole package, the relief technique, the size, the ochre, it suggests something made to be seen, to last, probably in a communal space.
Definitely. The gesture of the hands, one on the belly, one holding this incised horn, directs our interpretation. Fertility seems clear, but the horn.
It opens up a lot of possibilities, doesn't it?
Yeah.
What's the leading theory on those 13 marks?
The most widely discussed idea is a lunar or menstrual calendar, 13 moons in a year, or maybe tracking cycles. It connects female biology with, cosmic time.
Fascinating. But not the only idea.
Oh no, could it be a cornucopia, a symbol of abundance? Or a musical instrument, like a rasper, maybe a marker of shamanic status or power? Even a hunting tally or a ritual drinking vessel.
Wow, okay, so complex symbolism. It suggests a worldview deeply tied to natural cycles, fertility, maybe animal spirits.
And the setting in a rock shelter rather than deep in a cave might imply more public rituals, less hidden perhaps.
Yeah, that makes sense. How does she compare to other famous Venus figures like Willendorf or Lisbug?
You see the shared focus on the female form, likely fertility. But Laussel is unique as a large relief carving with the horn. Willendorf is small in the round. Lisbug is stylized ivory.
So variations on a theme. Regional styles or specific functions?
Probably all of the above. And Laussel, being monumental rock art, connects to other sites like Roc aux Sorciers or Cap Blanc, showing this wasn't just a one-off. There was a tradition of larger-scale parietal art outside of deep caves.
Where's she now? People can see her, right?
Yes, she's at the Musée Decoding in Bordeaux, but unfortunately she was cut from the rock face.
Oh, so removed from her original spot. And damaged slightly during excavation, too, I read.
That's right, some pick marks on the arm. It's the challenge of ex situ conservation. You preserve the object but lose the original context.
Still, modern tech must help, like 3D scanning.
Absolutely. It allows incredibly detailed study without touching the artifact, confirms things like the ochre, and makes her accessible globally, virtually. We're still learning.
So wrapping up, the Mougère de Laussel really stands as this eloquent piece from, well, deep in our human past.
It completely undermines any simplistic idea of primitive art. You see sophistication, abstraction, technical skill, deep symbolic thought.
Art wasn't just a sideshow. It was central to how they understood and shaped their world, fostered community.
A fundamental cognitive and social tool, really.
And while we can't know everything, the mystery itself is valuable. It encourages respect for these ancient cultures.
Humility and interpretation is key.
So here's something to leave you with. Think about that act of making beliefs permanent, monumental, in a specific place like Laussel. How does that impulse resonate today with our own monuments, memorials, and public art? What stories are we trying to fix in time and for whom?
A powerful connection to consider.
Thanks for joining us on this deep dive.